Yeah, so first I just wanted to thank everyone for being here. And I wanted to spend a minute talking about PG&E and really appeal to all of you and let you know that we need all of you to potentially help solve this problem. And so I'm going to spend a minute with some thoughts on our funding shortfall from PG&E. Traditionally, we've received $10 to $15 million a year from PG&E through their operation of the Diablo Canyon plant, and that is now coming to an end. So really the basics is if that funding continues in any form, everything here goes away. Every single thing that we're fighting for can be preserved. And even if it's solved in a few months, the changes that are being made now can be brought back. And so I'd really appeal to all of us to fight for this. And let me dig into why. If you listen to the discussion going on about PG&E's support of our school district, I think you'll hear two things from them. The first is it's really complex. It's tied up in the legislature. They can't do anything. It's really hard. And that's not true. And the second thing you'll hear, and every time their spokesperson is interviewed, he'll say, I'd just love to meet with the school board. I would love to meet with the administration. I'd love to try to solve this. And we've all met with him, and they're not trying to solve it. And so I'd like to just dig into this a little further. The basic history of this is that we've received money from Diablo Canyon for decades. The plant was scheduled to close. It was depreciated, which is a normal financial strategy when something's closing. But then a legislative step was made to extend the plant for 5 more years. And it's operating, but it's been depreciated, so it doesn't have any value, so there's no tax base. And so we've met with them and appealed, and I'd like to dig into the discussion that I had with Eric Daniels from PG&E, because I think it's important to understand as part of this discourse. We tried to have an open discussion, and his feedback to me was that we did not have lobbyists in the room when they extended the plant. And because of that, we are no longer receiving funding and they can't do anything. And my response to that was, we are a school district. If I came to this group here and said, we need to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on lobbyists instead of on teachers or counselors or library techs, I hope you'd ask me to step down. But that's the point of disconnect here. He had the audacity to tell me that we were bad at lobbying, and that is why we have a financial problem now. And I would say there's just a total disconnect there. And so our response was, there's a moral and social contract that has existed between PG&E and the school district for decades, and that needs to continue. And this is a direct quote. He said to me, there will be no love money. And it was probably one of the most frustrating professional experiences I've had in my 30-year career. And I left it just really disappointed. But so what I've concluded is we've appealed to their kindness, we've appealed to reason, and that's not working. We have confirmed that they have the ability to donate funds to our district. This is not a situation where they can't help. It's a situation where they're not. And all I can see as a solution is all of us banding together and letting them know that that's unacceptable. So my request to all of you is that you find Ben and you find Emily, who have organized the San Luis Coastal Parent Information Network, and you help, and that we try to solve this. And I think if we ask Mr. Pinkerton, I don't know, he's probably given up hope that they're going to do the right thing. I haven't, but we have to try. So please help us. And if we can solve this, everything here is saved. And that's what we all want. So that was not a question, I guess. I guess my question was, this is a question session, so
you get to just speak.
Mr. Pinkerton, do you think there's any chance that what I'm saying makes any sense?